Hello, everybody out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk some more about It Ends With Us. Yes, your favorite non rom-com, okay, that you women are all seem excited about. I guess all of you read the book. I'm guessing I didn't read the book. I'm never going to read the book. All right. If this is the quality, the standard of Colleen Hoover's talent, then I can easily pass it. Okay. This movie is crap, and it's not just because of the scandal going on behind the scenes. I mean that's a crappy scandal too. Okay, but the story is stupid. It makes no sense. Okay, this is basically the kind of stuff that unattractive women masturbate to. Okay, that's what this is. All right, it's not. It's no different from a fat unemployed guy living in mom's basement. Taking care of himself to some some of those websites, if you know what I mean. All right, it's the same damn thing, only it's a hell of a lot longer. It's a hell of a lot more boring. And it's a hell of a lot less realistic. Okay, and that's the truth. That's the truth. All right. Yeah, I got nothing really that good to say about this movie. Only a couple of things. As far as the scandal goes, I have no love for Justin Baldoni. He's not a real man. Okay, he's a male feminist. Okay, one of those guys that thinks that if he acts like he hates men too, that more women will like him. He's one of those guys. All right, and I know that's probably what he felt he had to do in order to get a career in Hollywood. Well, how's that working out for you now, Justin? Right? You have to actually become a man and fight to protect your professional reputation in order to continue to work in your chosen industry. Okay, so the play acting, you're gonna have to take that dress off, Justin. You're gonna have to take off that dress. Okay, those fake boobs. Okay, that wig, it's gonna have to come off. You're actually gonna have to stand on your own 2 feet this time. Yeah, you're actually gonna have to act like a real man. Okay, not the guy that wrote that book, Man Enough, Overcoming My Own Toxic Masculinity. No, not that guy. Not that Justin. You've got to be the real Justin, okay? Because your career, your livelihood, okay, your ability to support your family, okay, all of that is under threat right now. Okay, so it's time to quit acting like this wimpy simp soy boy that you are. Okay, it's time to actually, it's time for the pair to drop. It's time for them to come out. Come out of hiding. Okay, because you're under serious threat right now. Okay, your career is about to be extinguished if you do not win this lawsuit. Okay, not only are you going to be bankrupt, okay, you're never going to work in this industry ever again. All right, now the good news for Justin Baldoni is that it looks like he's winning here. Okay, as far as the court of public opinion goes, as far as the info that we have available to us via social media, okay, it really does look like Justin Baldoni is the one who was legitimately wronged here. Okay, the longer this thing plays out, the more Blake Lively looks like she's actually a very nefarious, very disingenuous person. Okay, now like there's blood in the water and the sharks are coming. Okay, I think this is the same thing with Ellen. Ellen was a tyrant on her TV show for a very long time, but nobody spoke against her because everybody was afraid. Everyone was afraid what would happen if they lose their connection to Ellen. Okay, they were not just afraid of their jobs; they were afraid of being blacklisted in the industry. A daytime talk show is not a wide, expansive industry. Okay. If you get fired from one talk show, believe me, those producers are going to tell all the other talk shows about you. Okay, before you ever walk in the door, before you ever submit an application, okay, before you ever send your resume there, okay, so the people don't want that to happen. And plus, as long as you're on the good side of Ellen DeGeneres, you're going to get invited to the parties. You're going to meet celebrities. You're going to meet other people that you want to meet. Okay, that maybe might be able to do something for you. They might be able to put in a good word for you at a studio. Okay. They might be able to recommend a friend, okay, or that kind of a thing, okay? Anyway, it's all networking, okay? But if you get fired from the show, you've lost that lifeline, okay? You've lost that resource, okay? You're not gonna be around those people anymore, okay? Especially if you're blacklisted, okay? You're gonna be working at a goddamn golden nugget, okay? And they don't want that to happen, so they keep quiet. They shut up about it. Same thing with Hollywood. The same thing with Harvey Weinstein and all that. Okay, people are afraid to go up against him. That's why they praised him. You can praise Harvey Weinstein. He likes that. But you cannot criticize him. Okay, or else you're going to get it. You cannot out him for the type of man that he really is. Okay, everyone in Hollywood knew what kind of guy he was, but nobody was willing to put their own career on the line to do the right thing. Nobody. And I'm looking at you women. I'm not looking at the guys. Okay, I understand Ben Affleck, he's scared to death of Harvey. He'd have no career if it wasn't for Harvey Weinstein. Neither would Matt Damon. Okay, neither would Kevin Smith. Okay, all of them got their start because of Harvey Weinstein. Okay, I'm talking about the women, the so-called, virtuous moral champions, the ones that stand above us and lecture us on morality, that lecture women on how to be real women. The Gwyneth Paltrow's, the Angelina Jolie's, the Jennifer Anistons, okay, the Rose McGowans, okay, the Alyssa Milanos, okay. You see where I'm going with this? Okay, these are the women. These are the women. The Ashley Judds, even, who was actually in my top, she was in my top 5. Ashley Judd was in my top 5 for a long time. Okay, even Salma Hayek too. Okay, these women, oh my God, all right? These women were the role models for a whole generation, for my generation. Okay, these women were the role models for my generation of women. Okay, and yet they all stayed white. Even Meryl Streep, who's like the godmother of Hollywood, okay, the queen of Hollywood acting, even she kept her mouth shut, okay, as far as, saying anything negative about Harvey Weinstein, and yet they all knew. All of them knew exactly what he was doing. And they're all complicit, okay? Their silence meant violence on more women, okay? So you need to really think about that the next time you want to, hero worship people like Blake Lively, okay? That's not who they really are. You'll never know who they really are, okay? All you know is the roles that they play in a movie. Okay, now I'm just as guilty of this myself. Growing up, I worshiped Sylvester Stallone. Okay, in fact, when I was growing up, I didn't have, my dad wasn't around. Okay, so I kind of used to imagine that Sylvester Stallone was my father. Okay, I used to pretend that he was my dad. Okay, Sylvester Stallone. I know it's ridiculous, right? He's like 5'9". Okay, and I'm 6'2". Okay, obviously, but when you're a little kid, everyone seems taller than you. You know what I mean? Okay, but that was like one of the fantasies that I had. And I watched all of his movies. I knew I wanted to be like him when I grew up. Okay, I watched all the Rocky movies, the Rambo, even the crappy movies. Okay, I even watched, what is it here? I think I have it here. I even watched Party at Kitty and Studs. That's the porno he did. Maybe I should review that movie. Actually, I got like 10 minutes into it. I turned it off. I couldn't watch the rest of it. You can't do that to my dad. You can't show me that movie. Not my dad. But if you want to watch it, it's not called Party at Kitty and Studs anymore. Okay, this came out before Rocky came out. Okay, it's actually they actually retitled it to Italian Stallion. Oh my God! I think I got it here somewhere. I know I do. Where is it here? Party at Kitty and Studs. Keep a second here. Damn. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, my endorsement right here. Okay, this is okay. Well, it's backwards. I think it's backwards because of the thing, But yeah, this is it. Yeah, Tiny said, yeah, it only cost me $12. $12. But yes. Okay. So why am I even showing you this? Why am I even showing you this porno that Stallone did? Why? It's because decisions have consequences. They have consequences. Okay? And luckily, this happened to Stallone early in his career, before his career really began. Okay? So luckily, by the time people discovered that movie, by the time they tried to blackmail him by releasing that movie, okay, he had already established himself as such a box office draw that, go ahead, release it. It doesn't matter. Okay? I'm still going to have my fans. You see what I mean? Okay, so he had that kind of a clout. He had earned it. Okay, Blake Lively, on the other hand, okay, not so much. Okay, her entire clout, her whole thing in Hollywood, her Hollywood currency is her image. What does she portray? She portrays the rich, pretty white girl, who's smart, intelligent, successful, self-confident, okay? Pleasant to look at, I guess, and I guess she can play a nice person, okay? And so for a lot of women, that's their role model. They want to be like her. There's a lot of girls out there that don't, despite the fact that rom-coms always deal with people that are above average wealth, okay? Most women are not above average wealth. Okay, they're not. Okay, most women in the world are poor. They are. So it's easy for them to want to fantasize that they've got money and that millionaires, high value, handsome, exotic millionaires want to date them and stuff. That's a fantasy that women have. Okay. And Blake Lively portrays the fantasy of what most women, maybe white women at least, want to be. Okay. When they're a little bit older, they want to have a life like her. They want to wear clothes like her. They want to look like her. They want to have a husband like her. They want to, they want all these things. They want to be famous like her. Okay, they want to be best friends with Taylor Swift like her. They want all these things. They want to get invited to those parties that she gets to go to. They want to go vacation in Monaco like she gets to go to. Okay, they want to have that image of a happy wife, a happy husband, with the kids and all that. Oh, we're just a normal average kid. No, you're not. Normal average family. No, you're not. Okay, you're ultra narcissistic people in a very narcissistic industry that eats you up and spits you out. So you've got to be ruthless in order just to survive in that industry. Okay, but they're trying to project this image out. They're wholesome and they're happy and they're the good guys, and they're so nice and they're so funny, and charming. Oh my God, but you don't know them. You don't know them. Okay, I love Ryan Reynolds movies. I do, man. I mean, ever since Van Wilder, his Deadpool movies are incredible. Okay, I loved him in Waiting. You ever seen that movie? I think it came out in the early 2000s. Waiting. He plays a waiter like at a Bennigan's type restaurant. He was hilarious in that. He stole every scene he was in. Okay, so I love Ryan Reynolds. Okay, but as far as this, as far as who he is in real life, I don't know. But getting back to Stallone, okay, I idolized this guy. Okay, I idolized him. I wanted to be like him when I grew up. I watched his movies. They influenced me. I learned more from watching the Rocky movies than I ever learned from my own fucking biological father. Okay, so I understand the effect that their role models, okay, even if they're fictional, even if they're celebrities, these role models can have on you growing up. They give you like they give you like a target to aim at. Okay, be like them. I got to make it like they did. They're proof that I can make it too. So I understand the draw, okay, of why you would want to worship someone like Blake Lively. Okay, but even today, Stallone's still around. He's still acting. He's still working. He's one of the lucky ones at his age. He's still doing that. But he's the first one to admit that he made a lot of fuck ups in his life. He was very narcissistic, especially in his youth, especially once he got Rocky and that became a success. He just was full of himself. He was egotistical, cheated on his wife, ripped off people, okay? Was a drama queen on set, okay? He would tell the directors of his movies what to do. Okay, he was a prima donna all the way. Everything had to be done his way. It's my way or the highway. I want more money. Here's my trophy wife, Brigitte Nielsen, who ended up cheating on him with Eddie Murphy, by the way. Okay, and all this other stuff. Okay, so he lived it. Look how hot I am. Look at my abs. Okay, look at my chest. Okay, look at me like this. He was all about that. Okay, now he's more humble. He's had some career slumps. If you remember, the late 90s were terrible for him. He was doing direct to DVD videos. Okay, his career was in the toilet. Okay, he was a joke. All right, he really was. In the late 90s, he was a joke. Early 2000s, he was a joke. He's in the fucking Spy Kids Part 5 or some shit. Okay, that's how bad his career had gotten. Okay, so he has been humbled. He has learned his lesson. Quit being so fucking full of yourself. And I think he understands that now because of his age and everything. He's just like, okay, listen, I'm just going to tell you the truth. I got nothing to gain by telling you, some bullshit story. Okay, he's just telling you the truth. Okay, he's pro-Trump. He supports Trump. He doesn't give a shit if anyone in Hollywood doesn't like it. Okay, he's all about his family. He's all about his kids. For God's sake, his son died of a drug overdose. Okay, he's been through a lot of shit, man. Okay, so he has been humbled, okay? And he realized that he was an egotistical, narcissistic piece of crap back then, and he's sorry about it. And he's trying to make up for it now. And as an old man, okay, this is what I did. Don't do what I did, okay? Because this is what it cost me, okay? All of you saw my failures. You've all seen my movies. All of you have seen Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, okay? You want to talk about making some really bad career choices, okay? He's made some stinkers, okay? He really has, okay? But he's still my role model. It's because he has been humbled. It's because he's had high successes. He's had some very, very low lows. Okay, like this. Anyone else, this would have destroyed their career. Okay, but but it's there. It happened. They tried to blackmail him. They said, "You give me $5 million, or we're going to release this movie." And he said, "Release it. I don't care. I don't care. You're not going to extort me for anything." Okay. He was willing to have his mistakes be shown in public and let all of you, including me, make your own decisions on what type of person he is. Okay, that takes courage. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can show their ass in public and still look people in the eye. Not everybody can crash and burn so spectacularly and still walk around with their head held up high. You know what I mean? Not everybody can do that, okay? Blake Lively is being tested right now, so is Justin Baldoni. Okay, and that's the reason I'm bringing this up. Okay, it's because they put themselves into a scandal based on a mediocre movie. Okay, I'm being generous when I say mediocre. The movie's a piece of shit, but I understand that, you know, it made $351 million on a $25 million budget, so technically it is a success. It is a huge success. A lot of people went to go see it. Okay, I thought it was because of the scandal, but I think it's because Colleen Hoover had a lot of female fans that loved the book, and they were just waiting for this book to get turned into a movie. Okay, fine. Whatever the reason is, this is a success. Okay, the movie's still crap. Okay, and I'm gonna give you the straight. I'm not some fucking chick that loves Colleen Hoover that's just gonna fucking eat your pussy out here, okay, and tell you what you want to hear so you can feel better about yourself. Oh, I can get a guy's like fight. I can have that fight for me too because I'm just exactly like Lily Boston Blue. I'm just like her. I look just like her, even though you were like 300 fucking pounds. No, I ain't gonna tell you that. Okay, this movie's crap. It's bullshit. It's not realistic. Okay, and I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. Okay, but you guys that are watching this, the few of you that are watching this, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. All right. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And for those of you who think I'm being wrong here, I would absolutely love for a girly girl, okay, a girly girl, all right, a type of girl that actually just like likes girly things, not guy things, not violence, not action movies, just likes guy things. I would dare any of you to fucking watch something like, I don't know, Predator, okay, Predator. And then fucking do a review on that. A 27, 28 part review on Predator. I would love to get your female estrogenic opinion on that. Okay? Exactly. You're not going to fucking do it. Okay? At least I'm fucking doing it. Okay? I sat through this whole goddamn movie. Okay? And I'm telling you what works and what doesn't work, and most of it don't work, and it's not realistic. Okay? And as a straight man, okay, you know, if you really want to know what men, we're not gay guys. Okay? Not your bud, not your dad, not your brother, not your husband, not your boyfriend. Okay, not your son, because they're not going to tell you the truth. They don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay, I got nothing to gain by lying to you. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. Okay, what guys really think about this movie. Okay, and as far as these characters that are in here, it's the same problem I had with Sex and the City. There's no men on that fucking show. There's no men in this fucking movie. There's no men that act like men. Okay, anyway, moving right along. Now, where I left off last time when I was reviewing the movie, okay, blah, blah, blah. We saw the flashback of Lily, a young Lily having sex, okay, getting her back blown out by young Atlas. Lily is 15 and Atlas is 18. And then her dad walks in because they were having sex in her room in her parents' house, okay, and her dad walked in on them, okay. Her dad, who likes to beat the crap out of his wife, her mom, walked in, watched his 15-year-old daughter getting her inside scrambled, okay, by an 18-year-old punk, okay, who was living in an abandoned building across the street. So what does he do as a father? He beats the crap out of this kid, puts him in the hospital, which I think is excessive. Okay, I would not have done that, but I definitely would have hurt this guy. Okay, and I guarantee you my daughter would have been grounded until she was 18 years old. All right, I don't care if you ladies out there don't like it. Okay, that's because you didn't grow up with a fucking dad, at least not when they gave a shit about you. Okay, that's what I would have done. All right. Other than that, I would not have put the kid in the hospital, okay, but I would have made fucking sure that my daughter's not going to be sneaking guys into the fucking house again. Okay, you see what I mean? All right, at least not until she's fucking old enough to move out. All right, then she can have as much sex as she wants. Not that I'm going to approve of it or like it, but it'll be her call, not mine. Okay, that's how I look at it. Okay, so I don't really hate the dad for doing that. I don't like him for beating the crap out of his wife. I will never agree to that. Okay, I definitely think he's wrong for that. Okay, but I don't necessarily disagree with him as far as how he dealt with Atlas watching this guy fucking his daughter. No, and don't make the excuse that, well, she wanted to have sex with him. Okay, so it wasn't rape. No, okay, there's a thing called statutory rape. Look it up. You don't fucking believe me. Okay, an 18-year-old is legally an adult. A 15-year-old is not old enough to give consent. So don't give me that bullshit. All right. Okay, think about it the other way around. All right, it doesn't fucking work. All right, moving right along. So she remembers that. Lily remembers that happening to Atlas, and it just still breaks her heart because that's the last time she saw him was he was getting carried away in an ambulance. Okay, and now fast forward 25 years later or 22 years later, something like that, and there he is at this restaurant. okay, that he owns. By the way, we thought he was just a waiter there, but no, he actually owns the restaurant. Of course, even though he dresses like a waiter and walks around delivering drinks and taking orders and stuff like that, even though he fucking owns the restaurant, he spends more time on the floor dressed like a waiter, okay, than he does in the kitchen, okay, or in a suit or anything like that, okay. I know people. I've worked at restaurants, okay. I know people that own restaurants like this. They don't look like Atlas. They don't dress like. They don't disguise themselves as waiters and get people's drink orders and bring them their appetizers. Okay, they don't do that. Right? Owners walk around in a suit and tie. They talk to customers most definitely. Okay, if the customer needs something, they'll send one of their staff to go get it for them. They do that. Okay, they don't fucking walk around like a fucking waiter dressed as a waiter. Okay, not in their own restaurant. No, they do not do that. Okay, that's bullshit. All right. Okay. So that's going on here. Okay, obviously a fight broke out, you know, blah, blah, blah. I watched some other videos, want to know what happened. Okay, some jealousy involved. Ryle, that is Lily's boyfriend, okay, got into a fight with Atlas. Atlas started the fight. He thought that Ryle was beating the crap out of his girlfriend on purpose. Lily, who he still loves apparently after 25 years. He spent those 25 years not dating anybody. All he did for 25 years, okay, was he sat around every single night, okay, in his bachelor pad with his thumb up his ass and his dick in his hand watching gay porn, hoping that one day Lily would walk into his restaurant one day, despite the fact that he had no reason to believe that would ever happen, considering that he's living in Boston, and the last time you saw Lily 25 years ago, she was living in fucking Maine. Okay, but apparently it finally happened. Okay, so now instead of spending every night with a thumb up his ass and his dick in his hand, now he spends every night with both thumbs up his ass. Okay, hoping that Lily will actually come find him some more now that he knows that she's still around. All right. Because that's realistic. Guys that own good-looking guys that own restaurants, that's what they do. Okay, they spend fucking 20, 25 years, the rest of their life if they have to, with their thumb up their ass, not doing anything, not having kids, not getting married, okay, not doing anything with their personal life at all, no girlfriends, no nothing, no fuck buddies, okay, no group of friends that they can hang out with. Okay, no vacationing, nothing. They just sit around with their thumb up their asses, hoping that the girl that they fucked, or the underage girl they fucked 25 years ago, will one day come back into their life. That's what all guys do. Okay, you didn't know that? Well, shit, you better get with it then, because this movie's realistic when it comes to that. All right. Anyway, so that's going on here. Atlas decides to pay a visit to Lily at her business, the flower shop that she owns. Okay, how does he know where it is? Okay, she told him. She told him, come see me. She didn't tell her boyfriend that. Hey, by the way, I invited him to come to my job and come visit me. No, she didn't tell her boyfriend that, but she did. Okay, she didn't even tell her boyfriend that her ex-boyfriend owned the restaurant or worked at the restaurant that they went to. She never even told him that. And this was their second time there, and she still didn't tell him. Okay. Well, for some reason, Ryle's still in love with her. I have no fucking idea why. All right. Anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, Atlas visits her at her job. Okay, he's out there just creeping around like that, okay? And and of course, so Lily, of course, gets all wet and invites him in. Okay, they compliment each other on their business. Oh, so this is the flower shop you always told me you wanted to have. Let's fuck. That kind of a thing, And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I like your restaurant, it's really great, we're going to fuck later. That kind of a thing, Okay. He says he tried to come back the next day after the fight happened to apologize, but he couldn't. He couldn't bring himself to walk into the flower shop because Ryle was there. Well, no fucking shit. So this guy's been creeping around waiting for her boyfriend to not be in the flower shop so that he could come in there and talk to her. Wow. That's exactly what a Marine would do. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so that's going on here. Okay. So he shows up now to apologize to her. It's been like, 2 months now or something since that fight happened. Okay. And Lily says it was just a misunderstanding, and Alice says no, it wasn't. No, that black eye of yours that you had, that was not a misunderstanding. Of course, Captain Save-A-Ho, he's got to save her from her own fucking adult choices, because that really turns women on in real life, is when men tell them what to do, who they can and cannot fuck. Anyway, guys, you don't believe me? Try it. All right, Lily says look, I gave you my address months ago. Why are you here now? He's like, I told you I came over here the day after the fight, but Ryle was here, so I didn't come in. But I just want you to know that, I drive past this street all the time. all the time. Just like that, all right? Anyway, awkward silence for like, 2 hours. And now it says like, hey, look, Jenny, I know I've been seeing you in 25 years and stuff, but and I know that your boyfriend beats you up and you're still with him. You won't dump him. Okay, I get all that, but are you happy? Like that, okay? Because this guy's got nothing going on. He's got no girlfriend. He's got no wife, no ex-wife, no kids, no nothing. He's got nothing. He owns the #1 restaurant in Boston, okay? And he can't even fucking get laid. He's got to creep around a girl who's already attached to another guy, another high-value guy, who looks like shit, by the way. I'm sorry, but Blake Lively looks like shit. I'm not saying she's completely ugly. I'm saying that she never goes past like a fucking 7 in this movie, okay? For most of the movie, she's a solid 4. A solid 4. When we first meet her, she's a solid 3. And that's just because she's dressed like a fucking auto mechanic, okay? No makeup, frizzy hair, okay? You can't see her body, nothing like that, okay? A couple scenes later, she moves up to like a 5 or a 6, okay? When she's all dolled up like she was at the party scene, like Alyssa's birthday party in the penthouse, okay? Right there, I give her a solid 7. That's it. That's the best she looks in the entire movie. Okay, I'm sorry, but she ain't Gossip Girl anymore. That was like 20-something years ago. Okay, she's not that girl, that hot young lady anymore. Okay, she's a fucking 38-year-old woman who just had her 4th baby like 5 weeks earlier before she started filming. Okay, that's exactly what she looks like. All right. Okay, the body positive, right? All that shit, right? Okay. Anyway, so there's all that awkward silence, and Lily tells him, "Yeah, I'm happy. Are you happy? Are you? Huh?" And he's like, no, Lily, I'm not. My life is total shit. I've been sitting naked at my home every night for 20 years with my dick in my hand, praying for you to show up in my life again. And now that you came back to me, I've been shoving both my thumbs up my ass. Every night. Screaming your name, Lily! Lily! Ah! For 20 years! For 20 years? For 20 years! Now how the hell am I supposed to have a wife and kids when all my free time is spent with my thumbs up my ass? Anyway, he takes one of her business cards and he writes down his phone number on it. And then he takes her phone, removes the case cover for it, slips the card in there with his phone number and his name on it, and puts the protective case back over her phone. And then he leaves. He starts walking out the door. Lily stops him though, real quickly, right before he's about to leave, and she says, Atlas, that thing that Raul said, right before you beat the shit out of him, remember? Remember when he said that you were the boy that I wasted my virginity on? Remember? He's like, yeah. She's like, I just want you to know it wasn't a waste. He's like, I know. He's like, just so you know, Atlas, I only orgasm with homeless guys now. He's like, I know. And then he leaves. Okay. Great acting, by the way. Great acting. I especially love the dialogue. I might have, taken some, some poetic license there, but basically that's what happened in this scene. Okay. Anyway, so next thing we have, Lily's in the kitchen. Holy shit! Did a feminist write this? A woman is in the kitchen? Are you fucking kidding me? That can't happen. She's supposed to be in the fucking CEO suite of a fucking corporation, not in the fucking kitchen. Only men are allowed in the kitchen. What the fuck is going on here? Anyway, so she's in the kitchen when Ryle comes home, okay? Because, she's living with him, I guess, okay? In his luxury penthouse apartment next to his sister and his brother-in-law. Okay, and she comes in, and she's doing something, and then he comes up to her from behind, goes like, hey, babe, are you happy? Asked her if she's happy, and Lily's like, no, she asked him. Sorry, I got that backwards. She asked him, honey, are you happy? I'm just curious. Are you happy? I was like, well, I wasn't curious about whether or not I was happy. Why? Are you happy? And she's like, well, I mean, no one's happy all the time. Dude, why are you fucking with this girl? Why are you still dating her? This may any guy, a normal guy, okay, much less a high value man like he's supposed to be, would have dumped her a long fucking time ago. Okay, it was said in the beginning of the movie when they first meet on the rooftop. It was said in the beginning of the movie that he only fucks girls. He doesn't do relations. He doesn't know how to do relations. She's the first relationship he's ever had. Okay, she's the first girlfriend he's ever had, even though he's like 40 years old. Okay, he's strictly a pump and dump guy. Okay, he is strictly a pump and dump guy. And I'm going to tell you right now from my own personal experience, okay, is there are women that you hold on to, that you don't let go, because if you do, you will regret it. Okay, but there's also women that are strictly pump and dumps. Okay, and Lily Blossom Bloom is the definition of pump and dump. Okay, she has no fucking feelings for you, but yet she has no problem accepting your dinners, your gifts, your jewelry, your vacations. She has no problem with you spending your money on her, love bombing her, buying her shit, cooking her breakfast, okay? Doing all these things that a boyfriend would do for a woman. She has no problem accepting those things, but she does have a problem showing you any fucking affection. Giving you any sort of fucking emotional security in the relationship. She does have a problem with that. She does have a problem with being honest with you. Okay? She has a problem with that. This woman is the literal definition of pump and dump. Yet for some fucked up reason, this guy who's supposed to be a master of pumping and dumping is so far up her asshole that he can't get out. This makes no fucking sense. If this guy was low value, if he was the guy that collected fucking shopping carts at the Walmart in the parking lot, or if he was a guy who was a virgin or something like that, I could totally understand this. It would make complete sense. But he's not playing that guy. He's playing the high value guy, the neurosurgeon, the millionaire, the player. The player who can't fucking play. If you're gonna play a seducer, if you're gonna play the kind of guy that can pull a lot of ass in a fucking movie, then you have to act that way so that the audience can believe it. You can't just look that way, you gotta act that way too. And you're not acting that way. You act like a shallow, fucking insecure, jealous, limp dick soy boy. Which is what Justin Baldoni is in real life. But he's supposed to be acting. God damn. This woman has no fucking respect for you. None. She can't commit to you. She can't promise you. She can't tell you the things you need to hear to make a good relationship. You can't trust her to be faithful for you. You can't trust her to be honest with you. She doesn't reciprocate your affection. So why the fuck are you with her? I don't get it. She ain't the best looking thing in the world either. You gotta have something. She's got to have something that you want in order to fight for her. She's got nothing. Anyway, so she says, are you happy? Well, I was just thinking, I was wondering if you're happy. I goes, well, I wasn't wondering if I was happy. Are you happy? Well, no one's happy all the time. That's a red flag. He's like, oh, I don't like the sound of this. Oh, you don't like the sound of this now, huh? Okay, you just got your ass kicked by the guy that fucking she lost her virginity to. Okay? And she lied to you about him even being there. All right? He slipped her his phone number in her phone. She didn't fucking burn it. It's still in her phone right now. And she didn't tell you about that either, did she? That he came to visit her at the store. She didn't tell him that, did she? So what does it fucking matter, okay, if you don't like the sound of what she's saying? Okay? It's not like you're gonna fucking do anything about it. You're just gonna fucking simp for her some more. You're just gonna tell how beautiful she is and shit. That's all you're gonna fucking do. Oh, I'm not loving you enough. That's the problem here, is I'm not showing you enough love. No, you're showing her way too much. Way fucking more than she deserves. God damn. Anyway, Lily's like, no, it's just what, of course, I just, I just, I deal with stuff, okay, like my stuff, and ticking, and ticking clock, and decisions, and things women worry about, and blah, 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 and about immaturity, and, and a happy person, and all that, blah, 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 coping mechanism, blah, 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 my mom, blah, 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 blah. My dad used to hit her. Okay, so that took about 2 hours. And I was like, oh my God, sweetheart, I'm so sorry that happened to you. You never told me. She's like, well, it's not something that I like to talk about. Okay? He never hurt me, okay, but he nearly killed Atlas once. And I was like, oh my God! He almost killed Atlas? Oh, I'm so embarrassed now. That mess at the restaurant. It must have been so hard for you to watch me get my ass kicked by the man that got his ass kicked by your dad. Oh, God, I've been so insensitive. Now I know why you didn't tell me that he worked there. Now it makes sense. Now I understand why I caught you both coming out of the fucking ladies' room together. Now I realize it. Baby, don't you understand that all I want to do is protect you? I just want to protect you. Whenever you hurt yourself, I blame myself. Every time I blame myself. I am the luckiest goddamn luckiest goddamn man on the planet. Besides, I can clean up. I'm more shredded than a julienne salad. No, seriously, when was the last time you dated a guy that looked like this, huh? A guy that wasn't on a soap opera. A guy that wasn't on Jane the Virgin. And I'm rich. All right, dude. If you're all these things, if you're super fucking shredded, if you're super fucking rich, okay, if you're super fucking handsome, okay, if you're a super fucking player, high value guy, then why don't you fucking act like it? Because you don't fucking act like it. You act like a fucking closeted homosexual. You act like a fucking pussy. And Ross says, God, I love you so much. I love you. And Lee's like, I love you too. That's the problem. And then they have sex, and no, we're not going to watch that because I don't watch gay porn. All right, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review. It ends with us. I thank you for watching this long. I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.